Righto.
Every year we do this quite differently.
Okay, I'm going live. Let's just see what happens.
And then do we check it in here?
Yeah, you'll know soon enough. Go out there and see whether it's running in there. You'll know. It says it's gone live. It says it's live, so we can run anyway.
So I guess first up I'll give a little backstory because So first up, like I've been through 3 groups, like at the moment. First up we're in a band, basically, and we thought that maybe we would like make the instruments like trash and stuff. So we'll like make trash and support like clean up all the garbage. So that kind of like was pretty bad. So everyone decided that there's too many bands, so we're just like, we're not allowed, we shouldn't do this because it probably wouldn't work out. So then I went to my friend Brody and I said, what are you doing? He decided he wants to do motorbike stuff. I wasn't really into that, so I said maybe we should do dog beds where we put like grass on top to keep it natural. So we decided to do that, but then he went and called his mum and said, I'm not doing this the motorbike thing anymore. We're doing dog beds. She said that was a terrible idea. So I just left that group. He's gone by himself, and I went to Will Pascoe's group, and they let me in, and we're making skateboards now. So it's good. Yeah. So our name's
You've been for a lot to get here.
Yeah.
So what you need to do right now is get rid of all of that baggage.
Yeah.
And throw it away. And imagine it just being cut off you and let it go and be present here. This is right here.
Hey, our name's Grindline Skateboards. There's me and Jesse Davies that isn't here. So that's good. What are we about? We're 2 boys passionate about designing and creating skateboards. We're an undeveloped company, so we haven't got too far yet, but we're still passionate about making skateboards. The difference between us and other skateboard companies is that we're young, passionate, determined to make skateboards of our own designs and customized to the buyer's needs. We're a company of 15 to 16-year-old boys, and we want to make our skateboards bamboo to make it lighter and easier to carry around for people. So we're designing a skateboard mold on this app called Inventor Pro. It costs quite a bit, but the school lets use it. So we're researching what it takes to make a skateboard in all different ways of how people do it. And we started learning how to use Inventor Pro. We've come across a speed bump as all the teachers that we're working with don't really know how to use it. Then we found, I forgot his name, but he said that in his free time he could teach us how to use it. So that could really help. We studied Inventor Pro and we have a premature knowledge of how to use it. We've ordered wood for the molds and have started designing the shape on Inventor Pro.
Is that bamboo wood that you ordered?
Oh, well, this wood is just plywood, but it's for the mold to actually like squish the bamboo wood into the shape of the skateboard. Do you guys know what a mold is? Yeah. What we're doing next is we're making our skateboard mold using the instructions created by the Inventor Pro. And we want to order wood for a skateboard and start shaping it and using the mold. That's the end of that. But the molds cost about probably $40 for all the wood. And we're getting bamboo, it's probably around $60 for the bamboo for all the wood. One day. And once we make the molds, that's enough mold. That's enough we need for like probably 20 skateboards to actually make. So it's probably around 60 each skateboard, just for the wood.
Okay. What's the RRP? Do you know?
I don't know.
Recommended retail price for the end product. Have you thought about that?
So for a quality skateboard, it's based around $150, and I've seen people spend up to like $500 for like handmade skateboards. So I don't know, maybe I was thinking around 200, 250. But like, once we actually make the quality The industrial tech room at the school, they're helping us out basically, and they have like all the stuff to actually make the mold and skateboard.
Okay.
So it's all set here.
And when
But,
do
like-
you hope to have that done by?
I'm not sure. So we're just trying to learn the Inventor Pro at the moment. So we're not really sure
Okay.
when we could actually get that done. Yeah, that's it for the
Okay, might jump into some questions then.
yeah.
So the Inventor Pro, you've got someone based here at the school that can spend some time with you.
Yeah.
What about YouTube videos?
Oh yeah, we've been on YouTube videos. Like, so he doesn't really have much free time. So like basically at the moment we've been watching YouTube videos of how to use it and how do you do it. And then we actually went to him and asked him, do you know how to use this? And he said, yeah, like, so
So-
hopefully,
So if someone's got limited time, then that's only one option.
yeah.
So you can jump on forums online, you
Yeah.
can go on the local Silicon Coast, which is a Facebook page for Sunshine Coast where there's heaps of tech-based people, and do a post like, hey, we're students working on a project Delorean,
Yeah.
little link so they know what it is. Does anyone know of anyone who uses the Inventor Pro? And really reach out to the Sunshine Coast community online and find someone that way. That way you're not having to wait for someone here. That way you keep that moving along. But always you want to be working on multiple tasks so then everything moves forward. So doing a timeline, as Kelly suggested, so you're working on Inventor Pro, you're learning that, great, that's one part of it. What about getting that prototype, that first, so what needs to happen so then you can get or use the other facilities here at the school to come up with an MVP, a deck that's made from the ply or the bamboo. So what needs to happen to keep that moving? As well as that, are there other websites that exist at the moment where you can go on, pick a deck, add customized artwork to it?
Yeah.
Do they exist at the moment?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll check that out.
Because I'd imagine there would be because it's a bespoke product and people do it for surfboards, so they might do it with decks as well. So again, jump on it, might take you 10 minutes when you're walking to the bus stop, Google on your phone, customize skateboard deck,
Yeah.
and find out where the artwork is. The artwork is your plan to allow other people to upload their artwork to put onto it, or is there a selection of artists that you might go out to locally that you can put some of that artwork up so people could select artwork that's already there, and are they selling trucks, are they selling wheels, or is it just the deck?
Yeah.
So just finding out some of those questions, and do you skate yourself?
Oh yeah, like I'm not the best skater, but
You don't have to be, but you enjoy it.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
So even though a couple of team members have left, you're still passionate about this idea.
Yeah.
It's good of you to be here on your own.
Yeah.
You should be proud of yourself for that.
Yeah.
You can buckle under
I like-
pressure and you
Yeah. I was like really nervous before he asked. Couldn't really breathe.
Oh, that's okay. I think you're quite an emotional character. You're a bit like me, and it all means a lot to you, so don't worry about all the rest. But my question to you would be, how, like, it's one thing to build a mold and put the wood in, but have you thought about the engineering of this? Like, doesn't there have to be some kind of support? Are there other bamboo skateboards out there? Does that product actually support the weight? Like, is it too bendy? I mean, I'm no skateboard person whatsoever. I bought one for my husband on Christmas, so I know how expensive they are.
Yeah.
Look, there seem to be so much more to this than just coming up with a skateboard and chucking a bit of bamboo. Something
Yeah.
you know.
Well, we like learning along the way, I guess. So, well, like I do industrial tech in school, so this kind of helps me just like knowing all the names of stuff and knowing how to use them. So I know how to use them, but we're just still researching how to actually make the skateboard. We've seen like lots of tutorials, lots of videos of how to do it. So I think we're kind of set to go.
Have you met with any customers?
No,
Spoken to anyone in the community?
not
Ask them what they like about the skateboard, what they don't like about the skateboard, what they
Well, like-
wish their skateboard had.
no, we haven't. So,
Yeah, that was going to be my suggestion as well. Is that if you hadn't done that, to look at doing that, and it's just a matter of going to the skate park just up the road here on a weekend, or to Alex skate park, and just chatting with some people about what they are looking for in a good skateboard. And the thing that I wonder bother about it. I'm not a skater either. I did when I was 15, when I was your age, and I've got the scars to prove it. But the board, you know, being a lightweight material, like, is it too lightweight for what skaters need? You know, they need a bit of weight on the board to be able to get up and do tricks and whatnot. But you know, again, there might be, you know, the selling point for this might be that it's a new lightweight skateboard and you can do different tricks. So you might not be able to do the same tricks, but they might have their regular skateboard that they have, but then there's also this new lightweight bamboo skateboard that's been created. But with that, you need to partner up with a couple of skaters and get them to develop some tricks that you can do on lighter skateboards. So you know, that's just an example of how you might differentiate yourself in the market, because it is a crowd and a really established market as well. So and I think that, you know, I don't know for sure, but I think that probably is the customizable skateboards, you know, because you can do customizable surfboards and things like that as well. So, but I think it's just, you know, I think it's a great idea, and you've done well to come up with it and to present it here today. But think about how it is a niche product. It's going to be a big niche, but how it's a niche product that is going to, you know, differentiate you from your competitors, because that's going to be the key with establishing this. Also, I think, you know, it's great that you've got the school and the resources, you know, with the program and the industrial tech machinery and whatnot to be able to develop this. But you're in year 10 now, so you've got another 2 years of being able to utilise that equipment. So you need to start thinking about what your plan is after that, if you know, how you're going to go into production more broadly once you don't have access to those resources. So, and I think, you know, your presentation was good, and I think you need to sell us on the vision more than the logistics at this stage. Like, you know, it's about we want to, you know, we want every kid in Australia to have access to a skateboard. You know, like you know, that kind of vision about what the product could be and who the product could be for, and how it's going to make a change in the culture or in that world. So,
It might be positive imagery. The brand will only use through your design, so it might not be skulls and death and like half-naked girls. It might be some of the artwork is always positive in a way. It might be an underlying message that you might want to come through. But my suggestion after this is that I'm happy to spend a bit of time with you and just develop a big list of questions. So then you can go through in your spare time and just get an overall picture of everything that might be involved, and that way it gives you a better picture as in what I need to work on now and what direction it might head in. But going back to that validation stage and really breaking it down, that'd probably be my suggestion on where to go to next.
It's a pretty competitive space, and there's skateboarding pros. I mean, these people know skateboards inside and out. Have you thought about finding someone in the local community who's at that level that could maybe teach you a few things? No, I would maybe even just go down to like Alex at the skate park and, you know, with a couple of mates and just get talking to people as they sit and see if there's anyone around here that's developed a skateboard locally, because it's big stuff.
And is the model to develop a brand new type of skateboard, or is it to use existing decks which big companies have spent loads of money on and know that it works, but then is the model more to use local artists or as a platform to give artists a chance to earn some extra money to customise a deck and make it a bespoke gift idea?
Not really sure, but maybe like new design. I'm not really sure because like I haven't gone that far.
Which is good. This is the point of today, is that you just get thinking about all the different possibilities, and you're at an exciting stage in that you are open to what we might suggest and what other people might suggest, and that'll just help form what direction you'll take, because you certainly don't need to have a hard line, this is what we plan to do. So just be open to it.
well,
Oh, money!
we would give
Money! You don't want money, do you? I'm going to give you 40 today because I think the fact that you showed up and all those other buddies let you down. So there you go. Really well done. I think you've got a lot of work to do, but it's hard to do it when no one else is pitching in. So I appreciate that. And this is
25 from me, and here you go, you can grab it. Keep at it, and as you said, it's hard to persevere with things when other people don't stick with you, but you'll find your crew that will stick with you, and you'll they might not have been the best people to have around you anyway. So I'm sure they've contributed something. Leave them in your past, and find another crew to work with, because you will find others to get involved with, I'm sure.
Sweet. I got 20 to go towards the wood cost to mold, and then an extra 10 because you did turn up today by yourself, and you did a good presentation.
Yeah, it was really good. Your presentation was fantastic.
Thanks.
I really enjoyed it.
And you're open. Don't know it. You said, I haven't got to that point yet.
Thank you.
So much.
Let's take a step forward, guys. All right. Josh, take a step back. Yeah. Tiny step forward. All right, don't move. You're perfect. No, Daniel, you take a bit. Yeah, there, good. Perfect. Sweet. When you're ready.
We believe our business has potential to benefit customers of all ages with direct or indirect internet access. We are tapping into the ever-expanding e-commerce industry.
How many hours have you spent pondering the perfect gift, only to give someone something that's too small, the wrong colour, or just not what the recipient really wanted, not to mention all the money that you waste? Our business, Coinda.com, has found a solution to this and many other ways to simplify our lives while also creating an income stream by providing a perfect advertising opportunity for a young range of business and services. We are creating a platform for our clients to raise funds and connecting them with online stores that would like their business and their interest our clients. Once the website for Coinda.com has been successfully established, we expect that there will be very low overheads or ongoing expenses.
We surveyed a cross-section of the general public, ages ranging from 11 to retirees, and 93% provided positive feedback and said they would use our business. We have also received very encouraging feedback from mentors through the Delorean program. We are very passionate and committed to this business and firmly believe it's unique and with huge potential. We have conducted online market research and we have been unable to identify any direct competitors or business that provides the same or similar service. The only one would probably maybe be Red Balloon, but that's like providing an experience for someone. We have prepared a short animation that clearly explains our business model for Coinda.com. This is Bob. He's going to demonstrate how our business model will work. Hi Bob, it's his birthday soon. Bob is one of the 9.5 million Aussies that shop online, spending $21 billion in 2018. Bob's birthday gifts usually don't fit or are not his thing. Gift cards get lost or expire and cash gets spent on everything except his birthday presents. Bob has found a pair of shoes for $200 in the online Adidas store that he would love for his birthday. With his birthday in mind, Bob registers with our online business, Coinda.com, providing his details and most importantly his interests and favourite online stores. In turn, he receives his unique customer code. Registration is free. Coinda.com provides our clients with a platform to accumulate funds to purchase big ticket items and create a wish list of things they really want that can be purchased online. Each time Bob logs onto Coinda.com, ads pop up from stores Bob told us he likes, and ones he might be interested based on his registration details. Bob creates his wish list, which links to the online store where the item can be purchased. His shoes are at the top of the list. He includes other items found through ads in store on Coinda.com. Remember Bob's unique customer code? He gives it to his friends and family and suggests for his birthday this year they can contribute funds into his Coinda account, or maybe just visit his wish list. His friends and family love Coinda.com. If one client successfully referred 3 clients and they each referred 3 continuing each month, in 12 months our customer base would be over 500,000. It's Bob's birthday today. Through his Coinder account, he sees messages from friends and family. Very quickly, Bob had over $200 in his Coinder account. Bob got on his wish list, clicked on his favourite shoes, which directed him straight to the online Adna store, and he left the balance in his Coinder account to spend on sale items in the future. Coinder.com provides convenience, 24/7 global access, can plan ahead, no stress looking for the perfect present, saves money on unwanted gifts, and choice for birthdays, Christmas, work farewells, group tickets, and accommodation bookings, and much, much more. So where does the revenue come from? Advertising. Our clients will have money to spend 24/7 with a potential client base in the millions, regularly using our service. We are confident our advertising partners would see an impressive return on investment. While it's hard to evaluate how much revenue would be raised on Coinder.com, in 2018, $8.8 billion was spent on digital advertising in Australia. That will be our target market.
Just step forward.
Josh and I are a very strong team. Our friendship spans over 10 years, and we are committed to and very interested in this business. We have a strong work ethic and communicate very well together, and we will do all that we can to see this business reach its full potential.
In order for our business to progress, the next step is to develop our website, which requires financial investment. We have investigated costings and received a quote upwards of $2,000. We would be very grateful for any support offered from investors that share belief in Coinder.com. We are so confident of the success of our business, we are fully committed to investing our own money. But we can't do this on our own.
Well done. Come here. Good job. That's so good. That is so much better than the first presentation I ever did. That's brilliant.
Thank you.
That's very cool. So it's great.
I'll go. Yeah, that was really amazing and really impressive, and I think you communicated the story about the product and the story about yourselves really well. Like, the long-term friendship, the way you work together, really important in starting a business and maintaining a business and pitching a business. Investors have trust in the people running it. So well done. You've done as far as all the statistics that you put up, and really impressive and great to see that. You've done some customer research. The 20,000 unwanted gifts is probably even higher than that, I'd say. Yeah. But it's a great stat to pull out. The thing I was wondering about is, part of the gift giving thing is that people who give the gifts, it's probably more about them than the recipient. So they want to feel like, I gave such a nice gift to that person, they're always going to remember me for it, and aren't I clever and aren't I amazing because I've given such a great gift. So I think it's a great idea. How do you personalise it for the gift giver though? Because if they're just depositing money into an account, essentially, like, how does that kind of make it that, and I know they'll eventually buy the $250 or $300 or high priced item, but how do you make it personalised for the gift giver?
Well, when you donate the money or put the money into the account, you'll be able to send a message with the money to be able to say, happy birthday, anything you want.
Yeah. I think it would be good for you to think a little bit more about that person, because they're the one giving the money, and they're your user.
Yeah.
And so it might be that there's a social media aspect to it. So once the person actually cashes in their gift and there's like share who gave this to you. So thanks Arnie Julie and my mate John, and it tags them into that thing, so that there's a shareable moment there. And so they're getting the recognition and hey, wow, that's actually what I contributed to. It didn't just kind of go into a gift card that fell into the bottom of the drawer, because that's what happens. It's actually something that they can see physically and is tangible. So T-shirts, excellent. So the name Kawinda, where did that come from?
Well, in Aboriginal, it means everyone's happy place.
Ah, okay, cool. Very good.
That's clever.
So it also provides an Australian connection to the business.
Yeah, absolutely. And there may be a way to kind of link that Indigenous word more broadly to the site as well. You know, you could speak with, I don't know which Indigenous language that's from, as far as is it a Cubby language locally, or is it a broader from another area? That's okay. It can be from anywhere, but it might be worth having them recognised on the platform as well, to say, we respect the lands of the traditional owners in which we operate, type thing. So that there's a connection between the Indigenous word and the website as well. But it's a nice touch, and I think.
I think it's going to go more on earth to use this person. So I think, from baby showers all the way through, it's really, really good. You could potentially have a subscription base as well.
Yeah.
So instead of using just financial to get revenue in from advertisers, you could also make big community. I'm really impressed with the amount of effort that you've gone to.
Thank you.
You've really done your research very, very well. I think when you said that the overheads would be minimal, I think you might be a little bit wrong there. There's a lot to run a business like this. I don't know too much about the internet and that side of things, but you're absolutely going to have staff.
Yeah.
And you're going to need customer service, you've got superannuation, you've got, there's a
Data
lot
security.
to keep all of that going. So just, whilst it is a great idea, you do need to grow, but I would be tapping into, you could contact, what's her surname, Naomi, she owns, and she would absolutely give you so much advice. I know Glenn Richards personally, so I could potentially get her number for you.
Okay, most of the points were covered. Mine was more around the F in the video, so how long did that take to write the script and then put that together?
Why do you want one?
Couple
No,
of days. Couple of days.
Okay, I just found it really clear, and it was a nice touch
Yeah.
to just break it up instead of just talking,
Yeah.
to help bring it to life.
Yeah, I thought it would just be different to what everyone else is doing. I thought it would be an easier way to explain it to you guys.
Good.
You did so well.
And what are the next steps in this plan to keep it moving forward?
We've been in contact with some back-end website, so they will create our website. So my plan is to have it, or our plan is to have it a little bit like GoFundMe, so you'll be able to donate the money and there'll be a message there with it and everything. And I know two guys that they will design the front of the website.
I think plan 2 within that, so you're going to be website expenses, so that's your platform where everyone's going to come to. But you need to put money aside and start for advertising. So you need a nice big fat advertising budget. And if you can't afford to pay someone to do all that, you're going to have to come up with some really good ideas to do it yourself. And I'd be finding some key influencers in the community, and even just start getting them to chuck up a Facebook page and Instagram page. And I think you make it exciting. It's cool.
And it could be used for the wedding industry as well. Like the whole gift registry thing is a huge thing. So it kind of there's another kind of market that you could go at after, as a bit of a niche as well. So you have it as a general gift giving kind of website, but the wedding industry, the gift registry side of things would be a good opportunity to go to as well.
And I'd love to see a higher number in the surveys, doing that customer research. There was 30 at the moment, but now with that video, you could create a Google survey, get that video, send it to people, and really get it out there and share the idea, and then really ask for what they like, what they don't like, or think of different scenarios that will give you a bit more data, which will help you in what direction you're going to head in, and also uncover questions which you haven't thought of yet. So then you've got that survey number in the thousands.
How do you protect the IP on something like that? Have you thought about that? Because I want to steal that.
Intellectual property.
Oh, sorry,
Oh yeah, I know what it is.
Sorry.
Not too sure.
Yeah, I'd get some advice on that.
And almost restrict around who you're sharing it with.
And you sure nothing like this I've certainly haven't heard
No.
that, so I probably use it.
No, we haven't seen anything like it yet.
So just be a little bit aware
Yeah.
of that. And if you're talking to anyone about it, start using an NDA.
Yeah.
If you don't have one of them, I'll forward you one. And that's just a little agreement that you give to someone, a non-disclosure agreement, so that when you're talking to them, you talk under a legality form, so you're open to David and the name and so forth, and it'll protect you only to a certain degree, but you need one of those to protect your ID to get started. Otherwise, you're only talking in Chinese whispers to everyone, and you can't seem to move forward with what you want to do. But,
I think with what you've got here in the video and a paragraph or two, I'm more than happy to work with Rob, and then together we can put together an email, and you can send it to the patent attorney that I use, because he has a free consultation in the beginning, and you can send it to him, and then he'll have a telephone conversation with the right people around you, and he can say, based on what you've shared, this is how you can protect it, and we'll make some suggestions. Because it is important, because if it gets people excited, people go, well, okay, I know a team now that I can go and put this together myself. So,
there's people that sit there that are on that do all this non-stop all day.
Yeah.
No, that's not me. So you say, I think you need to definitely sit further for the lady. I'm excited. So you're going to continue with this, I know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
getting the other brands on board. Do you need to have any sort of partnership with Adidas, or is it more just
The person identifies.
But in terms of how are you going to link, so say you've got your brand Adidas, how are you going to link them to your site? Does the customer come to you, and then is it an external thing that takes them to the Adidas site, so you don't actually have to, like, do you go from one site to another, and then is it going to the other? That's where I'm confused.
I'm not too sure yet.
Okay.
And that's a good
Maybe-
exercise to do. What Kelly suggested, where a big whiteboard is like, okay, the user clicks here, where do they go?
Yeah, where are they led to, and then how do I get them to lead from here to here, because that's expensive too.
Yes.
Like everything is money, and you're going to find that you're going to need to use professionals to do a lot of this, and it's so expensive.
Yeah.
But there's grants out there.
Yeah.
There's actually, I don't know, you haven't formed a business, I said you registered.
No.
Okay, so I'd start there. And a lot of, I've seen grants for this. It's exciting. Yeah, it's really cool. There's lots of things you need to do
Yes.
forward. Especially to something like this, I think you require a bit of funding.
Yeah.
And to get funding, you need to be registered as a company. That costs about $1,100. So, there's lots of little weedy pieces at the start that you can do to make sure that down the track you can apply for funding and things like that.
Pretty good.
I'd like to invest some money, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'd be happy to put forward an amount, but we can talk about it
Yeah.
afterwards.
Awesome. So Delorean dollars.
I'll give you some Delorean dollars. So I'll give you $40. So there you go. So yeah,
Thank you.
it's a great idea, and I'm sure you'll take it to the next level.
Thank you. What do you?
I've got 40 as well.
The whole amount.
Wherever you go, whatever you go, you guys.
Well done, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Good job.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Over 23,000 animal species are currently threatened with extinction. That's 23,000. Such a dangerously high number, but we plan to help change that. A lot of the time, women who use skincare are unaware to the common but unhealthy ingredients that they're putting on their skin. Some of the most common are on the screen behind us, such as parabens, sulfates, and many others. Maybe you yourself hadn't even realized how harmful these ingredients can be. Research has shown that over 50% of women are actively seeking skincare that uses less chemicals and more natural and organic substances, and this number just keeps on growing. So what better way to solve these problems than combining two things that we love, beautiful glowing skin and our precious animal lives. Our names are Kiana and Amelia, and we're here to talk to you about our business called Wood Beauty. We at Wood Beauty plan to create a range of skincare directed at environmentally and worldly conscious women from age 15 to 35 that will help them achieve beautiful skin while help saving our beautiful animals. Our market research has consisted of online surveys and social media polls to decide what products were popular and in high demand for our market. Our range of products are all cruelty-free and chemical-free skincare products, which don't include parabens or any artificial ingredients. However, since it is still at early days, we have decided to focus on an MVP face mask first and expand into more products as our business goes on. Our face mask is the negative exfoliating mask, where an amount of proceeds will be donated to a charity that will help clean up the oceans and rehabilitate their habitat, so sea turtles have less risk of ingesting plastic and rubbish. Some of our expansion products can be seen on the screen behind us. These products not only raise awareness for the animals that are in harm's way, but also help raise funds to help support them through rehabilitation and rescuing. We've researched some charities and fundraising organisations who share similar values and goals to us. And for our MVP, we'll donate $1 of the profit to the Great Barrier Reef Foundation, who are doing great things in saving the decreasing turtle population. So what makes us different from our competitors? We're using all natural products featuring none of the harmful ingredients stated earlier, such as parabens, sulfates, SFS, and others. And because it's something we ourselves know well as teenage girls, and we know what's good for the skin and what people of our age target market would want to buy. We're currently using natural brown plastic packaging, which is more biodegradable than normal plastic, but we'd love to explore more sustainable packaging options as we move further into the future. Our marketing strategy is predominantly social media platforms such as Instagram and Facebook because it's more suited to our age target. We've already made contact with multiple skincare companies through our Instagram page and have received very valuable feedback. We also plan on launching a website where people can purchase our products online. However, we want to be assured in making sales before we pay for this website, and we'll do this at market stores where we sell our products. We've already made a connection to a local marketplace where we've been offered a store. Not only this, but also influencer endorsement and people with a high following is another way we plan to advertise our business. Once profitable, we'll be able to donate $1 of the profit that we make to our respectable chosen charities. We have financial limitations, meaning that we cannot donate as much as we'd like just to start off with, but we're hoping the donation percentages can go up after we secure the customer base. And we're here today because we need financial support. We've decided to go through a manufacturer who allows us to choose from a range of natural products and resell them under our company name. However, she requires us to buy a minimum of 10 products at a time, and this costs us between $139 to $149. If we're paying that much for 10 products of a certain type, then buying other product types at the same time will end up costing us over $400, and we would still only have 10 of each. Eventually, we would like to talk to a cosmetic chemist about creating our own unique formulas. We know from experience that people will spend good money on good products, so we want to start our market price at $29.95. Looking at the numbers, even selling all 10 of our products, we still don't have enough money to purchase another lot of 10. So instead of continuing with this approach, it would be more beneficial for us to buy in bulk and purchase 100 units for a price of $1,195. Of course, we'd only purchase this amount of units if we knew we would sell that many, which is why we plan to do pre-sales on social media, meaning people can place orders, and then once we have the 100 orders, we can order the 100 units, and they're already guaranteed to be sold. And that will mean that we'll make $2,995 if we're selling at $29.95 a piece. Taking away $100, so $1 for every product, for the Great Barrier Reef Foundation, $35 for a pack of 100 labels, and $1,195 for another 100 units, we've made $1,765 profit to use for our website or hiring a cosmetic chemist. These are the reasons we would benefit from your your investment. Any acquired funding would go straight into creating a website, buying more units, and labels. We would love your support as we launch our business for you. Thank you for your time.
Right. Very good. So, you've done a lot of thinking about the breakdown of costs and everything like that, and the your price points. It's you've done a lot of surveys. Like during your online surveying there, like how many people did you get contributing to that survey?
We tried to, not tried to, but it was very limited to our school. So we did survey the senior school, and our grade as well was one of the more heavy ones because it was a lot of our friends, same age as us. We kind of wanted to grasp what they would want, and maybe around 60 to 70 people responded to the survey.
And you mentioned that the your demographic is 15 to 35. Yeah. So you may need to do some surveying of that older demographic outside of the schools as well. And that could be mothers or aunties and stuff like that as well of your friends and family. So, but also it could be a case of kind of standing in the street with a clipboard and doing some targeting some people as they're walking past and asking them, because I think what the teenage girl would want is maybe different to the 35-year-old woman as well, potentially. I don't know, I'm not a 35-year-old woman. Yeah, skin types, yeah. So you guys know more of that than I do, but yeah, I think getting that broad range is the point of feedback. Your idea around doing some pre-sales, so get the stock in and then sell it off. I think the issue you may have with that is that if somebody orders something online, they don't want to wait for another 99 people to purchase theirs or to resale theirs before they get it. So you might find a critical point within that first 100 where you can actually afford to start shipping, because you wouldn't want to have to wait 2 months or something like that to get the product that you ordered 2 months ago. So you may not need to sell the entire 100 or pre-sale the entire 100 before buying, but yeah, it's a good strategy, but just wanting to think about how that's funded, and I suppose that's why you're here as well with the funding too. So, but yeah, the packaging's beautiful, the business cards are great, the product's not nice.
Did I put some on your face?
Not the powder you want.
So, but yeah, they
Are
kind
they
of
different,
have.
are they?
Yeah, we've got two powders and one that's already made up.
Oh yeah.
So you put water in it and you mix it in it.
Oh yeah. And so that gives it a longer shelf life.
Yeah.
Because I know those ones from Lush that they do at the front, they don't last for very long. It's like 3 weeks and they're off, and they cost a fortune.
And as well, if we wanted to go into maybe you buy packets that you can refill your tub with, the powder also makes it a lot easier for us to fulfill that.
So you've got you bought this from someone else?
Yeah, so her business is she makes skincare for other companies to sell
So she's a
through
wonder.
their, So, and it's not exactly the approach that we would prefer to go with, but just
We
with,
might get you off the ground.
it was just easier to kind of start with, but a cosmetic consultant or a chemist would really help us to be more unique.
Did you get costs on those? As in how much it costs to use it?
Yeah, I was looking up prices and going on LinkedIn and stuff like that, but it ranges really far, so it's from 45 an hour to 90 an hour. So it's not a really it's a set price, it's
With that time with them.
so if they would sit down with us and help us to make some good stuff.
So that product, I'm just wondering, because the powder seems to me to be unique. So I wonder, because you need you're entering into a really competitive market, hugely competitive. So you have to have a point of difference. And there are a lot of companies saying that they're, free of this and free of that, and they are others that support the environment. So to me that looks similar. But it's a powder, I'm really going on that. Do you hate, what's the pain point? Do you hate buying these expensive products only to see that they go off? Now, it's a powder, you can use it, and you can use it as you want. It's lightweight to travel, and find whilst that all sounds nice, it's not really a pain point. I'm not giving to the Great Barrier Reef. Like I'm talking like proper pain points, like something that would really enhance the sale experience. So I focus more on the counter. I think that it's just mix it up with a little bit of water. They could add coconut milk to it if they wanted to. You know, you could do. They could get an essential oil and they could create their own fragrance. No, that's a bit rough, but I see different parts of it than you do. And so is the manufacturer local that you buy from?
She's Australian, so we're not sure where she's based in Australia, but all her shipping is free.
But is that product in there hers?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Maybe.
So you've only dealt with her ordering online, you haven't got her on the phone?
We've emailed her a couple of times. She doesn't like do business over the phone. That was just her choice. She didn't want to give out her number or anything like that. So we're limited to emails, and when you order, it also like gives you the option to like kind of chat with her or put her like a little message for her to get back to you.
I find 3 more people like her. And just test them all. And then have a panel of like a couple of girls and give it to them and say you need to use the whole lot of it and just see how their skin reacts and do a whole testing project plan over a longer period of time. Because she might not be coming in. And it doesn't smell that nice to me. Like I'm a bit of a funny smell person.
Yeah, we don't want to put fragrance in it because the fragrance is a really nasty smell.
Yeah.
It's so everything like the fragrances are all made from the natural ingredients, obviously. And we did want to, as you saw our expansion products that were on the screen, they would obviously be made of different products, so they're not all going to smell the exact same as that one. And I guess it's just down to everyone's different sense of smell and what they find.
Hard to make everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I've really got for you, but I think you've done an excellent job. You've done a lot of research. Is there anything you want to add?
A lot, actually. It's well done. Good presentation, practice, passion, it's really clear. So well done. There seem to be no nerves either. Were there any?
We're
No.
excited.
Yeah, cool. So just off the back of Kelly's last comment around the supplier, I would always have at least 3 or 4 that you can test because one might vary in communication cost as well. And then get a group of, get several groups of people different ages, sit around and use it regularly, and then over that month be able to track how often they use it and then gather all that feedback because then that'll help determine who you were to go with as well as cost.
And
Once-
there's consistency because she could send you that, and then 2 months later, when you want to go back and people have loved that product, you've got to make sure that you can still get that exact product back to your customer.
And does this cost you to get these 3?
We got a pack of 10, which was $139.
See where it's
And are they all the same product? They're all face masks?
Yeah.
2 powder, 1 gooey
They're
stuff?
all powder. We just mixed that one up, so we
Oh,
can
so
show you guys.
right,
So would you
okay, so
normally-
it's always powder.
Would you normally put a teaspoon in something, mix it, and then
Yeah, you wouldn't have to like mix
Mix
the
the
whole
entire
thing.
amount.
Yeah, you could do it however you want it to do it.
Do you
Okay.
do it, sorry, at the start of a presentation, just mix it in front of us. So you
Oh.
could have come in and gone, this is our product, this is what's different. It's a powder, and do a little bit of a tangible touch and feel demo, that would be really cool.
and do you have to include a little spoon that's got the measurement already so you know exactly how much per portion you would have mixed? You could say this is the average for a face, and then you might need a little plastic 10 ml spoon so people know what to use as an idea. I think once you've got your product and you're like, okay, we're happy with this product we tested, I think it's really got the makings to do a fundraising campaign. I did a Kickstarter and spent months leading up to it planning, and I think everything that you were saying, this would work really well with. If you were to set, for an example, the minimum of 3,000, that's what you want to raise. I think you've got enough here that you can tell a story that this is how we've got, because doing any sort of crowdfunding is about telling a story how you got to this point and how those people who come on board are able to get you to the market in a way and also get something in return. So I think you'd be able to show how you went about sourcing this product, how you tested it, the reason behind the brand, the story behind the 2 of you, and it's a clear goal in that we want to raise $3,000, and from that we need 100 people and they'll each get one of these face masks. This is our first product with plans in the future to expand into others, but based on polls you've done, research, people are wanting this face mask. And then you'd be able to go out, and I have no doubt you'd be able to find 100 people, even within your own network to begin with, friends, family, school members, and really tap in to other connections, even through the Delorean and us around the Sunshine Coast, and have 100 people. That's not many. To be able to pre-order, what is it for them? $20?
$29.95.
Yeah, $29.95. It's either for them or a great gift idea. But what it does help is to 15 or 16-year-olds get this business off the ground, and then you give them reassurance by saying, this is how you source the product. These are the ingredients. Here's the data from 20 different people who've tested over a month, and presenting all that gives great assurance to go, $29, why not? And then the Sunshine Coast, the minimum that's $8.60 you have to send, so I'm
Be
a
a great
cost
little
of it.
Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah.
Have you looked at other Kickstarter campaigns on the internet?
No.
And their Kickstarter campaign, have you seen
It
it?
was like 3 or 4 million.
It's terrific.
Yeah.
The way they get in behind the camera, and you could do the same, you could have big putting masks, like you can really make it very theatrical and it can go viral. So, you know, you can honestly get some good traction with Kickstarter.
Because it's a great way to launch the brand. It's always online, so it always adds validity that, yep, this is where our business started, but this product and yourselves and your target market lend itself to being able to capture, build your social media up before. I think it's a really good way to do it.
I think also building your kind of network and your connections within the beauty industry as well, even locally. Someone like Anne from Demi International, who's a beauty school, like speaking with her and you know, getting her students to utilise and test this. You know, they can be a great kind of testing ground because they're still training. They've got people coming through where they're working on them as part of their training course as well. So building a connection with someone like that, and it should be a great kind of connector into the broader beauty industry as well. So.
There is a lady, Bridget. She owns named Natalia that I know. She owns Slip Kids and No Nasty Kids. Like they've got over 60 stockers in Australia, and they do natural makeup for children. So I could ask her some questions if you want some more information. She's really vibrant. She could possibly sit with you, and she's very inspiring and wants to do that. So, you know, you might be able to go, look, we want to do this, and she might, she started out making it all herself, and then getting the containers from China and like putting it all in and having freak out moments where, you know, the containers didn't arrive properly. So there's the big journey on it, but I'm happy. I know she'll really do. She's awesome. So look at her website too, it's amazing. So No Nasty Kids, and then she has another product for Slip Kids.
I don't think you should be worrying about a cost to pay one of the experts in the beginning. I think you'll be able to leverage being your age after school, and on their behalf, they're making contact. Hey, we're a school, we're doing a project. I'm sure you'll be able to find someone locally, if you can sit down or even a Skype call and get an hour of someone's time, but really use the fact that you're students and you're doing a project. That'll work in your favour.
Yeah, you'll burn through money if you're employing like a you know, farmers. What do you call this? Farmers. Cosmetic, yeah, thank you. Yeah, cosmetic chemist. Because at that price an hour, yeah, you'll blow all your money. And I know you need more, but I think that's a better strategy.
And so do you need one because you want to use them to develop your own, or you need them now to help validate what's in this?
We're thinking to develop our own, but obviously you said the powder is great, so we would want to keep that and find different ways. Obviously, because our manufacturer is quite expensive to get it delivered, and I just feel like you know, if we handmade it ourselves, it would open up our target market a lot more because like it's coming from us, and we can, you know, show them how we make it and just be a lot more personal in that experience.
I think leaving from here, start looking at some Kickstarter campaigns. Just Google Kickstarter and you Google Kickstarter cosmetic because you want to really look at your industry. I'll set you up with Natalia, and then you need to find some other. She'll probably be able to help you with some other white label companies where you can get product from, and then do some more testing on it. You've got an Instagram.
I'd also start a list now on Excel, and when you go around and meet people such as ourselves and say, hey, when we then launch this campaign to get a minimum of 100 to reach out to 3,000, will you be one of those? Because I would certainly have to, so you could take my name, put me on that list, and then when it comes time to launch that campaign, you send that link to me, hey Raph, we're live, and I'm like, done, I made a commitment, so I'd go on and purchase one.
Yeah.
So you can start to rack up people, and you'll start to see 20, I got 30 names on this list who are already committed. They know about it because they're personally attached, we've heard it. So there's 30 already.
And if you want to launch about October. If it's not going to work this year, do it next year because you want to get into a time of the year in retail when people are spending. You don't want to go launching in January or February when people aren't spending. So you want to lead up. People's wallets start to open in October. So I did a pre-launch. I didn't do Kickstarter for my product. I did a pre-launch. And then I fulfilled by December. So it was just a way for me to start getting revenue coming in and then did our disperse.
And following that model timeline, it gives you plenty of time to build up to it, go through other Kickstarters, and then you pick some of those to model your campaign off, what you like. You build it, you can do your videos, and then you can start to build a bit of branding on both social media platforms. So you've already got a little community that are part of how you're going about it, how you're sourcing, you share those updates. Then when it comes time to launch the campaign, if it was in October next year, you know you can get the product, you know the cost, and you've already got a fan base.
When it comes to shipping your product and even with the Kickstarter as well, think about what else comes with the product. So they receive it in the mail, if that's the way you're distributing, and what else is in the box that comes with it? Is it a handwritten looking letter that is from you and it tells about your story and kind of creates a personal connection to the product and makes it feel good about why they purchased it in the first place. So is it a letter? Is it something else that comes with it that is a low cost, obviously, but it doesn't have to be another producty thing. It can just be something that has an emotional value to it. So and the same with when you guys know far more about Kickstarter campaigns and crowdfunding than I do, but like there's different elements there that you build up. If they contribute a certain amount, then they get a certain product.
Different rewards.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Time ago, you might have 5 rewards. One is you get the one product.
Yeah.
Buy 2, then you might also get something else.
Yeah.
Which is complimentary.
To get a free facial or something like that, like that from someone. And the other thing, just with your packaging, it is very pretty and beautiful, but I remember some of your prototype, it's very difficult to read what's on the back there. So I know that would change once you've done it fully. But if you don't, if you aren't able to make that clearer, put less words on there and in larger font so that it's visible. So that's the only other feedback.
That was the first time we tried that specific paper, so that's
Yeah.
why we weren't really sure, but we just wanted to have something to put on the table to show you guys.
There's so much to it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you're probably learning from the stuff that goes inside to the outside, to the lid, to the way you're going to post it to the customer, to the social media experience, to the then it's really huge. But
And then that can be applied to any product.
Yeah, anything. And that's where the Excel spreadsheet's really important too, because you can just start mapping out all the different ideas that you come up with and all the connections that you make. And I do put them in tabs just to, sometimes I don't even look back at it, but it's just to get it out of my mind onto paper.
Does Lady get this from? Does she send it in this container already?
So we get she has a different container options, and we chose that one because it's the brown plastic, and she has assured us that it's more environmentally friendly than some of our other ones.
And do the different packaging have different costs?
No, I think it's a one-set cost.
Okay.
It's just with the product, so you go into packaging, range, anything, and you put the rest together. There it is. Easy.
I'd almost think if you did go down the path of crowdfunding, you might only really target Sunshine Coast as a big enough market here. You get your 100 to 300 people to purchase it, and then there's a particular day where you might set up somewhere and everyone can come down, you get in the newspaper, local girls, local product, launched it, pre-sold, and it's a big collection point. So one, it's good advertising for you, you'll get some PR from it, you don't need to ship it, and then people can meet you face to face, you can give it, and make it a real personal connection.
Or get your parents running you around the coast, pop it on your doorstep.
Yeah.
You do anything to get going.
All right, we've got to wrap up.
Thank you.
Investment from Delorean dollars.
Oh yeah. Have you used it?
We actually only got those last week, so we were trying to get it ready for today, but we did get samples sent to us, and we got our friends to just kind of do a patch test on their hand as well, and then we took it home and we did use it, and we really like it.
Yeah, I think the one thing you want to look at is results. Make sure it offers results and use it over a long period of time. Any of them, just to make sure there's no breakouts or fogginess of pores or what, like when you get, it's going onto people's faces and be careful it doesn't.
And you've got time,
hurt
support
eyes.
phase.
Yeah, I know. goal to launch next year. That gives you heaps of time, 2020, October 20, and just, embrace the process.
$25 from me, so
I've got 40 there. Thank you.
Got 40. I'd give more, that's our maximum.
I know. Thank you guys
Well
so
done.
much.
Thank
you.
Very
Thank
polished.
you.
Go, mate.
Have you ever been told by a furniture salesperson what your landing should look like? Well, this is very similar to the film photography industry. As many filmers and photographers don't know their clients' business and make it theirs. I'm going to be different. I'm a live media and I am passionate about what I do and I'm determined to turn my passion into a successful business. I want to provide amazing videos that will really be driven by the customer's vision and what they are wanting to promote. After research, I have found one problem with many of my competitors. The final product feels like a photographer or videographer's vision, not the client's. Including my clients in the production of my photos and videos is my number one priority. I want to make sure I am using my skills to communicate the client's vision and idea. I want them to feel like they are a part of video production. I've been growing my skills in film and photography for over the past 2 years and am ready to move on to more professional and commercial work. Let me play you a short introduction video with footage from some recent shoots and some just fun shots I've created for today.
Do you need
So you say you made this today?
Some of these shots with just
Do you need volume?
on film for today.
Okay.
Do you need volume?
Yeah.
Do you have it?
Hands up. Says it's up there. All right. So this is all you, the imagery, the editing, everything, right? It's good. Good job.
Aside from my passion for ensuring I apply my skills to the client's vision, I also see a distinct advantage for me in this creative space. Wednesday in Delorean is such an amazing opportunity and I can use time to create. This gives me a clear edge in my turnaround time, as well as my pricing structure, as I enter the market with very few overheads and a keen desire to land some clients. I'm a school student, I can undercut everyone and have no overheads. This is one of my advantages, which guarantees that my prices will be well in reach of small businesses with any loss of professionalism. I've already started to put my time into creating a promotional video for the Delorean coffee cup, which I have done.
The sun keeps calling, and I be chasing early. So give me the coffee in the morning in case when you leave me to get my day started. So I break the line. Yeah, you put the rhythm and I'm in the flow. Getting in the backline, and with the perfect one, it's gonna bust with the way you damn. It's gonna bust with the way you damn. It's gonna bust with the way you damn. It's gonna bust with the way you damn.
I am fully prepared to work with my first few clients for free and build my portfolio and create some more promotional material. Down the track, I want to offer the largest range of services I can, large or small, videography or photography, marketing solutions. Venturing into the professional advertising world may be quite daunting for many small businesses, and some might not even know where to begin. your help. And I need your guys' help with some initial investment, as I do not have a full complement of equipment, required equipment, and if you were investing, the money received would go into buying gear and online advertising. Also, if anyone is aware of a business or individual who might be looking for a skill to go, I am prepared to create some free content for the right clients as a launch platform for my business. There are my socials. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
So, well done. The videos you created are phenomenal, and yeah, you've obviously got a great skill and passion there. I think with your presentation, your pitch, it was great to show the videos, but I reckon you could have had some of your imagery playing in the background as well, so we can see the rest of your work. Like, I would have liked to see more of the work come through. So, but very cool. The equipment that you said you're seeking to invest in, with the funds from here, what kind of equipment are you looking at? So you've got some equipment already, obviously. What else do you need?
Probably a tripod.
Tripod and a
gimbal.
gimbal, yeah.
So gimbal is like a little
A
hand
close.
stabilizer.
Yeah, stabilizer.
And as far as the type of customers that you'd be seeking, and also I don't think you should undersell yourself by necessarily. It's good to build up a portfolio, but you don't want to give yourself away for free too early on as well. Like you want to, especially when you're pitching to potential investors, you want to talk about the value in what you're creating. So you will ultimately do work for free, but I wouldn't necessarily pitch it that way. Pitch it as a value proposition rather than a way to build up your portfolio. When you do get to charging for your services, have you had to think about the type of price that you would be charging?
It would mainly just be based on my time.
What would your hourly rate be? You're not sure. You're looking at experience at the moment.
Yeah, well, I think you want to allocate an hourly rate and look at how many hours it takes you. So if someone says, "Look, I need you to film like the one, the coffee band one," that's probably going to be an hour of filming. Well, I don't know, but like an hour of filming, an hour of editing, and any other time that you might commit to it. And if it was off-site, then how long would you have to travel there and whatnot. And so work out an hourly rate, and it might be $100 an hour, $90 an hour, I don't know, but there'd be some industry standard around it as well. And then you definitely want to build up a bit of a portfolio by doing work like you've been doing. But when it gets to it, if you have an understanding about how long it takes generally to edit something, to film something, then you can price it up accordingly. And have you had a chance to speak to any potential customers about what they're looking for and how you might, what kind of brief you would need and how you would kind of work with the client particularly? Like, have you had any kind of mock experiences with that with potential clients?
Yeah, I had them at a cafe in Orlando.
Oh yeah.
I asked them, and they said that, I filmed with it. They didn't really want it. Well, they didn't say they didn't want it, but because I offered it, they just said just do whatever you want. And I just went with another filmmaker, and then I made do some shots.
Yeah, well, I think it would be a good experience to, even if they're not necessarily going to utilise it or pay for it, to say, if they were to get someone engaged, like what kind of video would they like, and give you a bit of brief about it, and then see how do the work, and then get some feedback from them about how well you delivered upon the brief that they gave, just so you can see how you're working with customers and develop up that skill a little bit. Yeah, really good.
How many videos have you got in your collection?
The coffee bean one
Yeah.
was only the real couple of ones to them.
Yeah. They're really good. They're really, really good. I think they're fantastic. You could perhaps maybe look at doing a couple more and then popping them onto your Instagram, because I'm going to be completely honest with you. You're shy. Can see that, and that's okay. And I think for you, you just need to know where your strengths and weaknesses are, and your strengths are in there. And perhaps in pitching, I would probably look at more doing all your information in there that you want to portray to us when you're in a comfortable environment and doing voiceover with it, because you're very talented with what you're doing there, and then you don't have to worry about talking to us and getting out of your comfort zone in that way. Sometimes you have to, but you don't always need to. Put everything in there, because that's what you're selling. You're selling visual and editing and creative ways of advertising. And then by doing that, also make another one where you can just email, so you can have a couple of the really cool videos up on your Instagram, and you can email new prospective clients, and it might not even be, hey, I want you to work for you, but hey, just look at what I'm doing, and start just building up a little bit of a community where people can see how good at what you are is, and then people naturally refer to you. We both know a couple of guys, you have to ask them first, but I don't see why not, called Red Box. Have you ever heard of them? They do stuff with the big pineapple, that Aussie World,
That's a lot of stuff for us
Toyota.
as well. We're really happy with their work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Late
brilliant.
20s, worked for an agency on the coast, went on their own, and they're like on that verge of going big. But
Like, it'd be great for you to follow them around for a day and like see what they do. They did my video, Raf's video, obviously for
Quite a
the
few hours,
council.
yeah.
And I'm sure you'd just soak up just be able to see what they do. Really good. You've definitely got a talent. You just got to kind of push it into, all the bits that you love. Yeah, but no, absolutely. How do you connect with your clients? How would you do that? Do you have any ideas about how you do that? No.
One person gets one video, a business probably speaks to that one, I'll tell that someone else.
Okay, great. So you're going to present and connect to people through your work rather than reaching out to them. So just keep creating and keep posting and keep putting all the magic that you make up onto your platforms, and it should just grow from there naturally. So on the weekends you get out and you're just videoing everything, or is it a new thing for you?
Well, I mean, at the start of the year, I got a camera.
Yeah.
I was just going to do photography, and then I took my around with video, and then I asked the company, hey, take your camera, and big money, and
Yeah.
so like it.
Do you know that you've actually got opportunity within the other groups to do videoing for them? Like the girls that we just did here before, their skincare product, if they kickstart a campaign, you could help do the videoing for that. You've actually got a skill that other teams could use. So think, so and that's how you could potentially get that experience as well.
And
It's
it's
done.
portfolio,
Within people that you're comfortable with, that are at the same level as you, and you grow together.
And you take equity in their company.
Yeah, same. I think it was really good. The use of visuals and help tell it, and as Tim said, and Kelly, you can incorporate more of that in there because it's video, it's photography. You want to see it come through. What was, if you could quickly talk through the process of filming that coffee video? So they said they didn't give you any brief. You just turned up, took some shots.
Yeah, I just did that thing, go through angles and the things,
What camera did you use? Your camera or your phone? Okay then. And then I see there were certain times where you have some shots in focus and then some weren't. Is Is that just your style that you like to use both?
Yeah, it's just like having all sorts of notes. Just things. It stands out. It doesn't like visualize transitions.
And I see that you use some like little snappy shots. It might be this shot, and then you snap to something else. And so do you think about that when you sit down to edit? Okay.
What's it there?
And how long did the editing have taken on that video?
Maybe an hour.
Okay. And what do you use to edit the video? Okay. Okay, cool. And do you need to pay for a full subscription, or do you get that as a student?
It's still pays for it. School doesn't pay for that.
Okay. Okay. But at the moment, you've got a camera, you've got access to a Video Pro, so you can take photos, edit it, shoot video, and edit it. So you don't have any cost at the moment, do you? No, not at the moment. I'm just thinking that I'm more than happy to work with you, and then we'll do a client relationship where I can sit down with you and say, and I'll do a brief about a couple of videos that we can work on. So I've got a product, and it'll be good to work with you to do like 10, 15 second, real short, real snappy, but similar to the style that you've got. And then we can produce 2 different types of videos. One I'll walk through and say, here's the brief, this is what I'm hoping to get from it. Because I really liked in your pitch in the beginning, you're really clear in that this is what I'm passionate about. I really want to make sure that it's not my vision, but it's a client's vision. Listening to them, incorporating that into it, and then also having your own input. Where I've worked with other students, and I think it would be cool to work with you on it. Produce 2 videos, short length, but both with slightly different briefs, and then from that, we will then put it on Facebook, on social media. We'll put a little bit of spend behind it, and we'll see how it performs. But I think it'd be a good process, and I'm happy to work with you, so then you know what it's like if you were to meet with a new client, what I would provide you, and then also what input you could give throughout it, and then we can come up with a way at the end of it. Yeah, if you're interested, I worked on it, and then I'm an actual client you can use, and from that we can come up with other ways that we might do an interview, might be a Q&A in written form, whatever you're comfortable with, but then we can share it and see who else might want to jump on board and have you produce a small video for them.
Do you want to instruct it?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's half the battle is, finding people you can work with, and, it takes a lot of courage to approach some people like the coffee man and coffee shops and things like that to say, look, can I come and, do this with you? So, good on you for doing that. And whilst you may be shy and an introvert, I'm shy and I'm an introvert as well, but I'm confident in my abilities. And so you're clearly confident in your abilities. So use that confidence in your ability to represent your product and your brand. So it doesn't have to be about you personally, it's about your business and your brand, and you can put that forward in a more confident way as well because you're confident in your abilities.
Is it drone footage your footage?
It's not my drone.
You took it and used it.
You can borrow a friend's drone to use. Yeah, that's great.
Why are you thinking of the beach?
I'm just thinking you'd incorporate all 3, where you might use the drone footage and stand footage for one, and then the other one it might just be video footage, but we utilise that. Yeah.
I think what I'd love to see though, too, in there is some emotion. So we probably didn't have the opportunity at the end of the coffee thing, but I was waiting for them to drink the coffee.
Yeah. Smile, yeah.
Like
People
just getting
smiling
that,
faces, yeah.
that extra element of
Yeah.
person in there, because that's really the end result. It's all about the person from start to finish. So just getting a little bit more of that emotion, but you've also got the other dimensions of the steam coming through and, the milk pouring and things like that. But I would have loved to have seen someone drink it with a big smile on their face and a bit of milk on their top lip or something.
We could even have some fun with it. They come in kind of all sleepy and tired.
That's
and,
right.
You make this beautiful coffee, and then they come out, hey,
Yeah.
and they're.
Because it's all about telling the story,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's right.
From the start to the end.
Yeah.
It's always a story.
And that you'll learn, and the client will either provide that in their brief, or if they don't, the more and more videos you do and work with other clients, you'll be able to say, hey, we should incorporate this sort of element into it.
Yeah.
You did good.
Well
I
done.
can see your confidence is in there. So I think, if you can just shine on in there, then you will naturally just fly
So I'll give you $25 towards the tripod or the gimbal one. I know it's only a small part of it, but it will help, I'm sure. So well done.
Here you go. Here's 40 to go towards whatever you absolutely need.
There's 40, and there's my business card. And if you get in contact, which I hope you do, we'll set up, we'll do a couple of videos, and then I'll be your first paying customer. Okay?
How
There
good's
you
that?
go.
Yeah.
Nice.
You
Well
can
done,
pay for
mate.
my video too. Seems he's rolling in it.
Yeah.
Good to meet you.
Bethany,
Cody, what's that? Kelly.
nice to meet you.
Spin.
How are you, Bethany?
I am too.
Did you present the fish tank?
Yes. I was keep it.
Okay.
She's away. You have to stand there.
I've got my own one.
It's just not my own share.
So, now, just before we start the feed.
Okay, so you already know our names. We've already read it. Our business name is Whitewares. To start off with, we would like you to picture yourselves as a teenage girl who is in an abusive home. You may wonder, why were teenage girls? Well, after the research that we've done, we found that females are known the most to be in abusive homes. Domestic violence is a pattern of behavior used to establish power and control over another person through fear and intimidation, often including threat or use of violence. Domestic violence and abuse can happen to anyone regardless of race, gender, age, sexual orientation, or other factors. More than 3 million children and teens go through domestic violence in their homes every year. 85% of domestic violence victims are women. We are targeting females because they are the most that go through them. And 1 out of 4 women and men worldwide will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. Our kits are to help teens that run away and don't know if they don't have anything and just run away. We have our kits to help things that she was telling you about. They are kits we will give to safety homes and domestic violence homes and maybe homeless shelters. In our essential kits, we will have some spare clothes, a towel, small pillow, dog products, shampoo and conditioner, a toothbrush and toothpaste. Some body washes and some moisturizer, some deodorant, and a hairbrush, and hair ties. And we will also have our white hair. So our white hair, instead of like the pulleys, these are just what we have for now, but we're going to have our own little bear. It's going to be a white koala bear, and it's going to be white and have a ribbon on it, which that's our logo, and that's basically what it might look like. It'll be a white koala bear. With our funding, we're going to have companies like Target, Kmart, and Big W donating clothing items, and we're going to add our own touch
simple designs to resell them. With the money that we get with selling them, we're going to split it and use some of the money for buying fabrics to make our own clothing to sell, and the other part of the money will be donated to domestic charities. Our website will have the clothing and bags on it, and our Instagram will have updates about the items on the website. And our email is for the people who have any inquiries. So, yeah.
Can I ask a question? So, what made you think of domestic violence? Is it a personal thing? Is it someone you know that is going through it?
We all have a connection to this topic in general. So it hits us personally, which is what gave us the idea to do it. Yeah. And we just the idea of just helping other people.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
It was good.
It's the right thing to do.
Okay, well done. It took a turn in the first couple of seconds because you came in, you were happy, and we were like, sweet, what's this white bear? And we were all joking, and then when you got into it, it was like, okay, then, yeah, it's a serious topic. We could see that you were speaking from the heart, especially when you closed up your bit of paper, and just before you finished saying those last few sentences, you just said from the heart, so that was really good to see. It was really connected. Around how you might go about it, my suggestion or my thoughts were in terms of getting the money to produce your own clothing, that could be down the track, that's great. And maybe in the beginning to produce the entire kit might also be the second stage. Maybe the first stage is finding the supplier of the bear, producing the white bears, and then producing your social media and your campaign around it, telling people what this white bear represents, and whether you then almost do a fundraising campaign or raise money through selling that particular bear, and knowing then how much a kit might cost. Say our aim is to sell 100 of these bears, or if we sell X amount of bears, that'll allow us to put together a basic maybe 100 or 200 kits, and then this is what we're going to do with those kits. So you could almost do it in stages, so then the representation of the white bear becomes really strong for the brand. People know what it is and what it stands for. And then by getting on board early, that will then help contribute towards the kits. And then you could leverage off the selling of those white bears and building some momentum and brand awareness around it to then go and have some of those conversations with Kmart or Target and say, well, what's involved if we've got this organisation and we want to source some clothing to produce these kits to then be able to provide. And find out from them, do they do it? How much would they give? Is there a cost for you? Or is there special circumstances because you're doing this as a charity, is it?
Are you proposing to make money out of this, or is it just
Well, not
for good?
just not good cause, just
For good cause.
so we're not really like, it's not good.
Yeah, the business side of it is the clothing line that you create to put into the kids. Yeah. So that could be going into the kids, but also selling as a retail high quality, or not a super high quality, but a quality garment or quality clothing that can be sold in shops or online. In any case, it's not necessarily just for people escaping domestic violence. It's a clothing line in its own right that goes for the kids. Yeah.
Let's start back right at the start. So if I was in a situation where I didn't feel safe at home, how would I know about you?
My idea was to create a small box to go out to people that we know who have a friend that may be in domestic violence. And if they give them the box, they'll have our details in it, plus the details of the helplines who might need it. And they can talk to them for help, and they'll be able to contact us for if there is anything that they want to do to be able to help with our project. do have a website. The other day I saw a website that had like helplines and stuff on it, and it also has like a button that you could click and like goes you straight to the news. So it was like a hiring because they can get really scared and they don't want them to find out.
No.
So yeah, that's like
So what about, so websites cost money, so you have no funding whatsoever, but you have a really great cause, and that's an absolutely amazing thing. So I'd start looking first of all at platforms that are free, and that's I always refer back to social media now because it's so readily available and you can communicate your messages, you can put videos, you can do really good things. So as long as that platform's there and we start sharing and we get people talking about the message, then your voice will become louder and the bear will become prominent. But you're going to need to get this on the ground all based on donation. Like everything that you want to do, you need to be given. So I would be writing up for you a A4 piece of paper, or type it however you want to do it, your mission statement and everything that your business or your non-for-profit is going to stand for and what you aim to achieve out of that, and then give it to some really influential people to help you get it off the ground. So I think what you're doing is amazing, but there's a lot more. You seem to be at the end. You need to come back and start from the beginning, which is actually just really like, this is amazing, but you need to get, it's like, think of an animal shelter. They are really reliant on donation. They're reliant on the community. They're reliant, and the only way that they can get that from the community is to educate the community. So you need to look at these platforms to educate and make them aware and realise that there are vulnerable people out there, and then in turn the community are going to come back and give to you, and then you can then use that to give onto others. So I would just strictly right back from the start, and then perhaps later on, I wouldn't, and to be honest, I wouldn't look at big companies like Kmart and Big W. They won't listen to you.
Like the red shield up here, like all the things that they already
You are a
work with,
tiny
yeah.
little voice like this, and they will not hear you, and I know that out of experience. So don't forget your local community, the local service station, that like, think really local. This community is amazing. Go
IGA.
down and do a sausage sizzle at Bunnings.
Expression Saver.
Sorry?
Expression Saver.
called-
Expression Save. We switched over.
IGA.
Yeah.
Oh, you're professional safety.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Different.
Ros White is absolutely awesome at IGA here on the Sunshine Coast. Like, really tap into the heart of the sunny coast, because I think this is amazing. Tap into people like me. Like, I'll give you some money to donate to women. I'm looking for people to give money to at the moment. And do you know how hard it is to find people that want to work with you to give them money? I have a real issue with giving, not that I've got a lot to give away, but for the right places I'll find the money. So start really, really local. Give them the message, the heart and the soul of the important thing, which is the person that is going through the issue that they have. I want to create just a pack. But then when you create this pack, how do they get hold of that pack? You need some destination points on the Sunshine Coast where that person in need can go to and be vulnerable and say, hey, I can collect it from there, and off they go. And then once they've got that, where are they going to stay? You can't be encouraging people to pick up a pack and then go stay on the street too. So you've got to think really clearly about the message that you're delivering. I applaud you for it. I don't think it's amazing. And there's some real potential in this, but start really basic, and because what you're doing is in the heart, get rid of the paper and completely just speak. There's no script for this. This is raw and it is true and it is honest, and just be you. Because I've got goosebumps. I think it's, this is really, really cool. And if you're living on the Sunshine Coast community here, they'll give you absolutely anything if you're honest and upfront with them. So you're on to, I'd be happy to help you if you really want to go through with this and help other people in vulnerable situations. And I'm sure Sunshine Coast Council will too.
Absolutely. So I thought it was great as well, and I agree with what Kelly and one of the good names escaped me there. Sorry, Raph. Said, and especially what Raph said about the white bear, starting with the white bear as the initiative and the imagery that helps raise funds for everything else that follows. I think with your pitch, when you started, you're absolutely right, Raph. Like we kind of were like, hey, cool, this is kind of funny. And then you said, imagine yourself as a teenage girl, and I'm a 41-year-old guy, so it was kind of like a little giggle out of me, and then I was like, oh, actually, this is a serious topic. So I think that kind of really, hit home type thing. But you could almost say, picture yourself as a teenage girl. Now, picture yourself as that same teenage girl escaping domestic violence. And so it kind of gives me goosebumps just kind of saying it, because it really is something that's happening. And then back it up with the stats that you came through with there. But I think the stats kind of need to be a bit more hard hitting as well. Like I think I can't remember exactly, but it was something like it was in the thousands, which is terrible in its own right. But you need something like 1 in 3 girls experience domestic violence in some form. There's 3 girls standing in front of us, and so we go, shit, this is a real
Can give you an
issue.
extra dollar.
Yes, that's right. That's a swear jar. So this is a real issue in our community, and we can see the value in supporting it. I think the kit that you put together is excellent. You did mention that they would be available in different shelters and whatnot. Yeah, that's right. And whilst you definitely do not want to encourage homelessness, it probably is a symptom or a reality out of in this scenario. So thinking about what the bag can do. So can it be rolled out into some sort of bedding, like whilst keeping it light? So your bag kind of folds up, contains all these things, but it can actually be rolled out into some form of bedding or some kind of thing that can be within there as well that can form part of bedding. Also within that pack, I think it would be good to have some kind of sheet, laminated sheet, or whatever it might be, with some of the support services that are available, so that if they do pick up on these packs, that there's some more information that they can connect with, and they can feel like actually I'm not alone here. I can reach out to different people and organisations. And the thing with it as well is that I would assume that people suffering from domestic violence don't want other people to know that they are. So the white bear is a great addition there, but there needs to be some kind of way to make that more discreet, so that if people see someone either on the street or at their friend's house or something like that, they go, oh, you're one of those white bears, they must be escaping. It kind of puts them as the victim again. So you want that be and that can be an empowering thing as well. Like, so it's just how that's presented, I suppose. So turning it from a negative on by the suffering domestic violence to, wow, look how strong they are. They've got the white bear type thing. So it becomes a beacon, for positivity. So I think that the clothing line is a great idea, but that's a whole separate business for this. So this is an initiative and a charity and a great idea, but they're two separate things. So when you're pitching or when you're developing this, develop that idea as a standalone business. It's linked, but I think that's different businesses. Yeah, I think really great cause, and good on you for coming up with it and creating this plan.
Do you know where the safe homes are in the coast?
There's not really any here, but there's like a couple in Brisbane, and I think there's one in
Council does have a community development area which does work with a lot of the organisations, and you're right, there isn't a great deal of housing support, at least, but there is different organisations and groups that council work with. I'd be absolutely happy to connect with that team for them to be able to sit with you and say, okay, yeah, this is perfect, and this is how we can kind of provide support. So,
Because how do you set up, like I've never done anything, from a ground level? It's not a business, it's something like
some kind of not-for-profit organisation, but that comes with it,
ton of paperwork
and governance and stuff like that. But someone like Ros White, who owns her own, she's the director of Montrose, thank you. So she knows all about business and all about not-for-profits and charities. So she would be a great person to connect with and to be able to assist with all that kind of things. But not for profit doesn't mean it's not for loss either. You know, like so you can still have a and not for profits need to be run by people, especially larger ones. Red Shield Hill, pays their staff. Montrose would probably as well. Mission Australia have full, really well-paid teams of people working on things because that's what it requires, to make things happen. So you could still create a sustainable opportunity for yourselves personally. Even though it's a charity, doesn't mean you have to do everything for free either. So
Not like a startup.
not like a startup. Yeah. Initially you will obviously just like a startup. A startup not for profit is the same as a startup. So, but the long-term vision can be that this is a viable option for you.
What sort of content do you put on Instagram?
We haven't had to put anything on it yet. We're still kind of fresh in the mind.
Yeah.
Trying to get things going. So,
I would say also create a Facebook for it as well.
yeah, I did have that idea, but I don't think we can do that this week. So,
Oh, you're good.
Only because there's lots of forums and I'm sure there's private groups and other groups on there where people are experiencing domestic violence that you could be a part of and just see that conversation, what's coming out of it. It might give you your own ideas. It might also be people that are saying, hey, we can assist in any way. You might be able to reach out to them. But really look to utilise the local Sunshine Coast businesses here, but also make an impact here and find out through council what are the stats on domestic violence in teenagers here on the coast. And then that's maybe the driving data to begin with. Let's make an impact with our age group right here in our own community and build a good base here before trying to replicate.
You could also do like a cupcake drive here. I think initially you need to earn just a little bit of money and get a little bit of a voice. You could probably get some local radio coverage or something and say, this is what we want to do. We don't really know what to start. Is there anyone out in the community that can help us? Do a cupcake drive or a cookie drive or whatever within the school. And it might just be $1 here and there and it all eventually adds up. It could take you 6 months and then you can go around and say, look, we've raised at school, you can go into local business and go, we've raised at school this amount of money, we're going to do a sausage sizzle at Bunnings, we've managed, to negotiate with them to do it for free, do your sausage sizzle, there's a bit more money, we were hoping that it would come to your businesses, maybe you've got some product you can donate, do a list, this is what we need shampoos, toothbrushes, do a whole list. You could do a Facebook campaign just around the donation side of it and just start collating assets, and that means money, all the things that are going to help you move forward, product, and before you know it, you've got all that stuff around you, it's going to give you the energy and the enthusiasm to keep going and to reach out. So just arm yourself up with a few little things to get out in the community. I hope that helps you. Should be proud of yourselves. Really good.
Right, so I will. We always forget this part.
I've got $80 I'll give you because I think you should go out and source a white koala bear. I'm sure you can get one for that amount, and the little white ribbon that they can. I know they got little black ones. Get a little.
we also got told to contact Australian Zoo and see if they have
A white koala bear and tell them what it's for. But then that's a good starting point, and again, it takes your idea from the screen into a visual, and then you can carry that around with you and be part of your presentations as a starting point. So I'd say if you can use it towards that.
Yes, there's 40 then.
40 from me as well. Well done.
Keep going, keep going. You have one of these.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Emily.
Nice to come back.
Should I get to keep that?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello, Emily. She got $40 already.
Thanks, Neil.
Yep.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Yes. Kelly.
Hi, I'm Tim. Nice to meet you.
Hello,
Yeah.
Emily.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
I'm Zara. Zara? Yes.
No, you have to stand.
Oh, yeah, I'm on.
We'll set you up. Just give us a second.
My meal getter.
Get set up, and then you sort of just stand on a bit of an angle this way. So come this way and forward. Then you step a bit forward. Then you step a bit forward. Yeah, that'll be good. Just turn around.
We chose this business name because we are finding shells and collecting plastic waste off the ocean floors, and we are turning them into treasures.
So here you have the necklace design. It has the pearl here, so you can pull it up to make it a choker, or pull it down to have a normal necklace.
This is not your typical piece of jewelry. This necklace is designed to be a 2-in-1 necklace design. Besides having to change your necklace all the time because you can't choose between a choker or a long necklace, this annoying problem is fixed by coming up with a 2-in-1 necklace design. We are wanting to solve a world problem by collecting plastic waste and molding it into recyclable beads for our necklaces. We are wanting to make everyone have more awareness of the beauty of the earth and its ocean's treasures. In this case, we are showing the beauty that we find on our beaches. To our business, She Sells Seashells is the main competitor because she has come up with a whole new way of making shell jewelry. What she does is collect shells and coats them in silver metal. By doing this, she has both raised the quality and profits for herself.
We have done some market research, and there are shell necklaces out in the market, but ours has a unique accessory, having recycled beads and 2 necklace styles in one. To make the prototype, we have collected all our equipment from King Kong Sales, Overflow, and Spotlight. The price to make our prototype is around $18. The target market we are focusing on is ages 8 to 90 years old. The reason for this is because we do not want our necklaces to become a choking hazard for children under the age of 8. We are helping the environment by using plastic waste as a material to mold down into a piece of jewelry to add onto our necklaces. The recycled beads are still in the process of being made, so that is why we are using pearl beads for now. So when our customer wears the product, they will know they are assisting in reducing pollution from our beaches. We are wanting to go to the market first to sell our products. Then if we sell a large number of necklaces, we will then make a website for Ocean Treasures. The cost of one necklace to make is around $2.50, and we sell them for $10. So far we have sold 2 necklaces for $10 each.
We're wanting to make an investment of $477, which can get us the tools we need to make our necklaces and to pay for the fees for having a store at the markets on the Sunshine Coast. We are wanting to have mentorship help launch Ocean Treasures into the marketplace. Thank you for your time.
Well done.
Thank you.
So can I ask, you're all wearing your own items?
Yes.
That's beautiful. Does that attract a lot of attention?
Yes, it
So
does.
this is a great marketing tool in itself.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And so I must have missed the part, you're talking about how it's good for the environment and recycling materials. Can you just run over that again, Gladys? I didn't pick up how it was utilising recycled products and whatnot.
Oh yeah, so what we do is we go to the beach and when we collect our shells, we also collect plastic. And we cut out half of this thing, get a heat gun, get a metal wire, and then you keep heating it until it melts, and you roll it around, and then you put it in cold water, and then you pull it off, and then you've got it.
How long does that take?
That takes about 5 minutes for each one.
And then you replace your pearl with.
Yes, with that, yeah. Yeah, just the thing we're trying to get is to actually make it a round shape, because the shape's on.
So you haven't actually factored labour into your $7.50 profit, have you? So you're just going material to retail.
Yeah.
So you understand in any business there is a labour component.
Yeah.
You're just throwing that.
Yeah. Also, with them, we're actually going to try and get a pearl collar to go around the beach that actually looks like a pearl.
So there's not a company where you can go to with your recycled goods and they just mould it for you. It's not a manufacturing facility.
The lady in our holding tank, she was helping us, and she was saying that she's going to connect us with someone to help us, and he will mold it and help us figure out how we're going to do it.
Or within the investment budget thing that we were talking about, there's a machine you can buy that's around $300.
That molding machine.
Yeah, there's always
Yeah.
a chance.
We're able to go back to that slide.
Yeah.
Have the breakdown.
Oh, that one?
That one. Yeah.
And so how much energy do you put into going to the beach to collecting all the shells and your recyclable material? How often do you plan on doing that?
We're thinking, so we'll go and do 2 minute trips
so much of the shelf where it's all cut enough to make more besides going to
And you've got enough plastic.
Yes, yes. And some people from us work in giving us shelves too that they've got in collected.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest too. Is that to go to the beach and find all these things, and it's unfortunate that these things are on the beaches, but they are.
Yeah.
So, is there a way that you can get the crowd to collect them for you, and that may kind of result in a discount, or so instead of it being a $10 selling price, if they if they contribute to these things, that they can get it for a $9 selling price, or something like that.
So we get them more involved.
So you're getting people involved with recycling, it kind of contributes to the message that you're trying to create there around recycling, cleaner beaches and whatnot, and whether they need to actually have a product discount at all, it's probably irrelevant. But instead of you having to spend your time and efforts going to the beach and collecting those, have a central place where you can where people can drop them off. So that's contributing to that. I also think obviously once you get a moulding machine, they come out more round and like the pearl. But I think if there was a way to personalise the necklace through either the bead or in some other way, so that they could have their initials on it, or a message around the environment stamped on there. So I don't know if that's possible as part of that heating and moulding process. But if you could have your brand even like moulded to that bead, I think that would be a good way to tie it together type thing. So
Really good points, Tim, and I think you could even find that collects the shell, so it becomes a really bespoke piece instead. You could charge them more.
Yeah.
Can I just ask, so do you, what's your end goal? Do you want a little market business where you're manually making everything, or do you want to potentially just be, you're still going to have the same ethos, so you're still going to be recycling, you're still going to be producing jewellery, but there's sort of two elements of this. There's one where you can go and collect it all and you can melt it down yourself and make it like that, and it's a lot of manual labour, and it's a bit of a hobby for you, and you get some recognition, and you've got a Facebook page, and you go to the market and sell. Or do you want a business that's got potential worldwide exposure? What's your end goal?
I want to get a business which is like worldwide as well.
Okay. So in that case, I think you need to get some tooling advice. So forget the little mould. So you go to injection moulding, and you need to find a factory, and there's Total Plastic Solutions at Hunter Park. I don't know, they're a fairly big manufacturing facility, but I don't know if they take on recyclable plastic. So you would need to check that first, and potentially get a little mould made that's unique to you, that has a little logo and all of that on. And then you inject plastic into this mould, it melts down, it goes in, cold water comes in, it sets it, and it pops out. So then you would have perfectly shaped beads. You would never touch them, and they would just pop out of a machine like this. So you need to, that's your end goal, you need to find some quotes. I've got a manufacturing facility in Brisbane, and I can ask people how to get that kind of stuff, and just do a little bit of research on that, because they're two completely different things. And you can still have your little market business and move to the other one, but I think that, I made adjustable teddy bears for a while. My husband's clinic, I made these little things, and I shoved them up the back of the bear, and I pushed on their back, and it made them adjust. And they were amazing, but after I made 100 of them, I never wanted to see another bear again. So I don't know how feasible this is going to be in terms of, you're going to run out of steam. You're going to, no one's going to want to do that. So you might need to just look at a more realistic manufacturing approach, because essentially you can sell a lot of them.
And I think the recycling message is a strong one. You, as far as your pitch goes, like you started well. I forget the exact wording, but it was around we love our beautiful oceans and beaches and whatnot. And then you went into the pitch. I think you could add some statistics around the level of waste and materials that wash up on beaches in Australia or even on the Sunshine Coast. So you could say, in 2018, 27 tonnes of rubbish was collected from Australian beaches, or whatever the stat might be, and that kind of hits home as that actually this is a real problem and this is a really positive solution. Dig deeper into that recycling message, I think, and also just on your pitch as well. And I know it's nerve-wracking that you're going at a rapid rate there. So
me in general, actually, I talk way too far. So
Yeah.
I was,
It was really engaging and it was a confident presentation, but I think you could have slowed down some of those points
yeah.
and driven home the message and potentially that might even be to give you a breath and to slow you down, like someone else takes a few paragraphs and then bring it back to you and then and so on and so forth. So that really great pitch that obviously you can slow down against that.
I think Tim made a point then just about the pace. It really lost me. That's why I wanted to go back some of the slides, and I don't think I've still comprehended the whole pitch because it moved so quickly. I got from it that you're passionate, and thankfully Kelly and Tim understood it as well as Robin, so now I feel like I'm up to speed on it.
He's slow.
Is there a particular beach where you all live close to?
I'd say Kings.
Yeah. Then I'd almost make Kings your test market and really get people in that community, speak with the council. Maybe there's a couple of days where you might be able to set up something on the beach, people collect and then put the plastic and really just don't try to branch out too far too soon and collect plastic from there, the shells from there, and really go around some of the businesses and the people that live there who you know, and so you can get some of these places sold. Let's say build a local base to begin with.
I think there's a market for it, and I don't look, joy is a funny thing. I mean, I see what you're saying, where you need to test it, but I actually think that would sell. What you've got going for you is it's really tiny. You can post it absolutely anywhere in the world for nearly nothing. So that's a great thing because my product's huge and it costs me a fortune to get it anywhere. So sizing is awesome. If you ran out, so say you launched this and it goes extremely well, how are you going to keep up with the demand? How many shelves do you currently have? Do you have another outsource to get shelves from if you can't be scavenging on the beach to get them? So you just got to be careful too that you don't want to have all these customers there going, hey, I want it, and you can't deliver the product. So whilst, I mean, I think that would sell. My daughter, I'd buy 3 of them right now. I could, my niece or Christmas presents. Oh, yeah. So I think it's great. I mean, it's a lot. Like women like nice stuff and shells and beachy stuff. So I don't think there's any problem in selling it. I think you just have to work out what type of business you want. And then you need to get some influencers to wrap them around their neck to get it going. Like some women that really, or young girls who are at that beachy element that give the right vibe for the type of product that you're trying to sell.
Is this how you normally present it?
Well, that would just be you originally. But I was thinking they do look kind of nice though. It's kind of like the beach style thing. Like you can get those jars with already sand in it to look pretty at your home. And that can be recyclable too. So after a while, when you're already like pouring chemicals and stuff, you can actually change that into your flowers and
But early on, it's an unnecessary expense.
It is.
Yeah.
And to post that, you've gone from having this little thing that's cost nothing to post to this fragile thing that could break, that could ruin the whole experience.
It's a good marketing thing and a good display thing for
point of sale.
Point of sale, yeah, absolutely. And there is the recycling centre just up the road here as well that you might be able to speak to because they may have a whole barrel full of these kind of things that you can utilise. So, but I think the setting up a King's Beach is still a really good idea, and they do put a tractor over the beach every morning and dig up all the things. So that I don't know how they collect things necessarily, but it's worth investigating that with the council, and I can connect you with the right people there. And yeah, I think the ocean treasures. There's a whole saying of turning trash into treasure type thing. So it's a good little play on words. I think you can draw out of that as well. Excellent.
A couple of other questions I had. Sorry. One was around. So how many shells would you have at the moment? And are you looking to sell these ones with the pearl on it?
Yes, at the moment we are.
And then eventually
And
move
then
to something?
yeah.
Yeah, cool. So how many of these would you have made at the moment?
Well, we've got 10, I think.
And how long would it take you to say make another 50?
Probably it'd take me around an hour to 2 hours.
To do 50.
Yeah. If no one else distracts me, I can say it all the time. Yeah.
Okay. That just leads to my second question: is if you had 40 or 50, could you go out to some of the beaches, some of the businesses around Kings? So you come in a good time of year where people start to look for gift ideas and get it stocked locally because you are local and that's your local beach, and see if a couple of them might do a small display. And again, you could find something very cheap from Kmart, whatever, so then you can just hang them on and do a little sign saying that it's local from the beach. That would be a good way to start. And then with the markets, what markets did you look at?
I looked at the one at Wainwright, which is like 10 minutes down the road from me. Then I looked at the one in Maboolba, and then the one in
Was there the Caloundra one as well?
Yes,
Oh,
there
yeah,
is. Well, it depends on the sometimes they have a Christmas huge twilight market on at the end of the year, which I don't think they actually no, they do it each month, like every month. They do it. Yeah.
Do you know the cost?
Yes, actually, I think we've got it on here.
It's around $30 to set up a stall.
And then it's $40 because yeah, it's a huge marketplace for Caloundra.
So my aim for all those markets, if you went to them and stocked them, not so much the one near you, but start stocking now once you've got maybe 40, because I'm sure you could set up a little beachy vibe within your stall and you're all there. Write to them beforehand, tell them your students, you're at your school, you're doing this project, you made this, and see if they'll just waive the fee so you can go there. That way you've got no cost to begin with. Really,
People will do that.
yeah, very much so. And I'm sure someone here can connect you with the Caloundra Chamber, with their team there to say that part of the school is a group, see if you can test it at the market, as well as the Maboolba Business Chamber. If you can have a store with local product, local girls, set a business up. So yeah, see if you can get into those markets once you've got a few, because you might only need say 30 or 40 at most.
I reckon you need more than that.
We'll just, yeah.
3 kids walk up, that for the price they are.
And if
I'm
they all,
just
and
going
if,
from my kids, I know that if you're going to market.
and if they all go and you sell out, then that's awesome.
Yeah.
And what about social media? What are you doing on social
We
media?
actually have an Instagram account, and we're getting a Facebook account for the older people because that's an older person user. I don't know.
Be
Or social.
Yeah.
Define older.
A more mature, discerning taste is what you want to go for.
I just think, yeah, definitely. I know a lot of other groups when they've listed where they're listing on social media, it's just Instagram, but don't neglect Facebook. It's worth it, and especially when you start working with Caloundra Chamber in any of these markets, they've got a database of users of thousands, and those people are going there to look for products such as yours. So you need to reach them and make them aware of who you are and what you're about. So that's not just done through Instagram as a feed, you make it more personal through Facebook. So definitely use that.
There's a lady on Facebook that makes a bit of a killing, and she doesn't go to a market or anywhere like that. And she makes scrunchies and hair ties with the colours of each school around the Sunshine Coast. So all schools got different colour, and she throws product up, and you just write sold underneath. So you can exposure, do a giveaway, like and share this page, make sure you've got all the endorsement stuff, because Facebook has got rules about giveaways on there. Make sure you're following all of that, and you can do it on your Instagram as well, and then you'll get people coming to your page, and then just sell them straight off there. The only thing I'd worry is just make sure you're finishing the edges off, because you don't want unhappy customers.
Yeah,
like that. So
Yeah, and we're also thinking, so the rope that we're using is hemp rope, I think. But we're thinking as well using actual, like a more classy sterling silver chain as well to make it look more.
I mean, for $10 though, I wouldn't expect much more than that. But just finish those edges off and make sure that you're not going to have a little girl come up to their mum and go, "Mum, it broke," and then they get upset. But what you're lucky with is that you can make that today, you can sell it today. There's nothing stopping you.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting. You don't have to wait for anything.
So where to next after today?
Facebook.
Twitter.
Do a giveaway. You know, just start building now. If you're really deadly serious about this, start building your following on your social media. Do giveaways. Give them to a few friends and just get them to photograph. You know, you like love selfies. Snap away. Get a hashtag going. Yeah, just easy.
And tell your story as well, you know, and why have you four come together with this idea, and you know, your individual stories, but your collective story as well about, you know, why is this business important to you, and you know, there's a recycling story, but it's also, you know, a young entrepreneur story as well, and so, you know, within, you know, when you're doing these giveaways, you're setting up Facebook and whatnot, make sure you include, it's not just, you know, we've created this because we think they're nice. It's like a whole story behind them. You've got to draw out and write about you wear the product.
And show some faces too on social media. Your own product, a little bit behind the scenes, maybe when you're making it, smiling, let that come through so people can connect with it.
Giggling,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff, boomerangs and all. It's probably ancient now. Boomerangs are probably old fashioned. And also too, do you know the app Canva?
Yes.
Yes, and use that and get some nice imagery and
So
Make some
ladies,
money.
she's been given 7,436 ideas. And your goal now is to go away and sit down and consolidate and look at what your next steps are, because that's huge plethora of advice, and I'd say to you also less is more. So drill down and say what is it realistic that we can do today, tomorrow, and then start.
Well done. Thank you.
And thank you.
Investment.
Yes, enjoy. Yes,
You sure?
Yeah.
Because that could become a decoration in a bathroom or whatever, in the jar like that.
Yeah.
It could become a homewares product.
What if we did want to buy one today?
and hang on.
We don't have cash, so can you buy it through social
Through-
media?
Yeah, through Instagram. Yeah.
Can? Okay then.
You can buy
Yeah,
these
DM
now.
us. DM us.
You can buy these now.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you invest $40, but I'm also going to invest another $10 because I'm with local government. I can't accept gifts, so I'm going to pay for it with this.
Oh,
as
okay.
well.
Well, I'll take yours then. And then it's 40 from me. So go and just get, you know what you're doing by the looks of it.
There's 40 for me and my card, and then if you message me on Instagram, then I'll pay for mine.
You don't have to pay for it though.
Is that
I'd
what
like
it's
to.
Okay. Oh, okay then.
Now you're making me feel bad. I'll buy a couple more. How does that sound?
I've got a sister visiting, so this would be a great present for her.
Very good, well done.
Thank you so much.
Grab your cash.
Yeah. Grab it